Welcome to the Sports Minute. If you like the video today, please come in and share it. And please subscribe to my YouTube page, Vincent Turner at 560. It's college football week 1. Thursday night, ESPN 5:30. The 25th ranked Boise State Broncos travel down to Tampa, Florida, and they take on the South Florida Bulls. Let's start with Boise State. Last year made the college football playoffs as a Mountain West representative. And we all know about Boise State from last year. They had their young man that's playing with the Las Vegas Raiders by the name of Ashton Gente. Well, he's gone to the NFL now. So Boise State got to rely on their quarterback. What's his name? Madison. And I think he's a pretty good football player. Last year, over 3,000 yards passing and 23 touchdowns. But the biggest question, who's going to replace their stud, Ashton Gente? Well, they got two running backs. One of them we'll call Mr. Gaines, S. Gaines. He's been there all his career, 4 years. He get a chance to show that he's the man that will replace Ashton Gente. And the other gentleman is Malik Sherrod. Last year, 60 carries, 196 yards, and 4 touchdowns out of Oxnard, California. But what Boise State is going to be strong in is the receiver position. Chris Marshall is ready to be a stud. And then they got Latarius Carlos. Remember that name. 38 receptions last year, 473 yards and 5 touchdowns. And when you look at Boise State, they say their defense is going to carry them this year a little bit. They got one of the better defensive ends in the country, Jaden Virgin Morgan. Let me repeat his name again. Jaden Virgin Morgan. 40 tackles last year and 10 sacks. Now let's talk about the South Florida Bulls. They got one of the most elite explosive quarterbacks in the country that we've not heard of, Byron Brown. Now, last year he had injuries that cut his season short, but if you go back to 2023, he was outstanding. Over 3,000 yards passing. Matter of fact, 3,292 yards, 809 yards rushing. 2 years ago, 26 touchdowns passing, 11 rushing, which accounted for 37 touchdowns in 2023. He's got a real good running back that's backing him up offensively. Katavius Norton, transfer out of Charlotte, 522 yards and 7 touchdowns. But a guy on the outside that played the receiver position who they say has got NFL talent. And I'm so upset that I didn't even go see this gentleman play. See, I live here in the metro Atlanta area. I stay in Douglasville, Georgia, in Douglas County, which is 20 miles west of downtown Atlanta. Well, this gentleman, I'm finna mention his name. He is one of the most highly rated NFL draft prospects that's moving up the draft board. And he played at Meadow Creek over there in Gwinnett County, which is about, I said, a 30-minute drive from me. Kayshawn Singleton. A lot of people called him Calvin Johnson, too. About 6'4", 6'5". Last year, 26 receptions, 408 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And defensively, with the South Florida Bulls, they got Jalen Schuler. Remember that name, Jalen Schuler. Another highly rated NFL prospect by the end of 2026. 34 tackles, 3.5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and 2 interceptions last year. When you look at this football game, you got a Boise State team that want to move on past Ashton Gente and prove they still a college football quality team. But you got South Florida upcoming program. They want some of that smoke. And they got their quarterback healthy, Brian Byron. My prediction for the game on Thursday night, I'm picking South Florida in the upset, 21-17. I like Mr. Brown at the quarterback position. I think he can make plays to keep South Florida in the game. If you like the video this evening, please come in and share it. Please subscribe to my page, Vincent Turner 560 on YouTube. Enjoy the game on ESPN 5:30 Thursday night, Boise State in South Florida.